welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day so far. So today's video is going to be another series or episode, if you will, of Let's Talk Makeup Fall Edition. So I'm super excited, you guys, because we are at the end of the summer and fall is almost here and I just can't wait. I love fall. Fall is by all means my ultimate favorite season. It's perfect. It's boot season, it's comfy t-shirt season, you know, sweat season. It's just the perfect season. And then by all means, makeup, of course. I think fall has the prettiest makeup. It's like your warm tones, your plummy tones, your purple tones. It's just, I love it. So clearly I got inspired. So I wanted to go over with you guys the beauty products that I will most likely be using for this fall season of 2017. So if you guys want to see the products that I plan on using, which pulling out all my makeup is a lot, then just stick around and keep on watching. Alright, let's go ahead and get started, and I'm probably going to get started with what I see is the least items that I pulled out, and that's eyeshadow palettes. I'm just going to take my little stick and move it right in front of me. Don't mind my messy hair. I showered and this is how it dried after brushing it and all. I don't brush my hair while it's wet because I lose more hair that way, but yeah, so excuse me for my appearance. So the first thing I'm going to bring out, which I think is perfect, not just for fall honestly, but for like all year round eyeshadow palette, is my Lorac Pro Matte palette, which looks like this. It's a really cute small palette. And I love it. I think it's perfect. So you've got your, you know, lighter shades to highlight. You got your transition shades. You've got, you know, the kind of like a mauve-y feel on the bottom and then more browns on the top. And these are all matte eyeshadows. So if you're someone who doesn't really like shimmer or you're intimidated by shimmer because you're just starting out, this is a wonderful palette and I love using this palette. Typically I use this palette in addition to other things, like I normally reach for this one when I'm using my ColourPop eyeshadows, but I love this eyeshadow palette. You can definitely create cute looks with this, especially smoky eyes or cut creases even, just by using matte shades. So I definitely recommend this one for the fall season or all year round. Anyways, so another eyeshadow palette which is perfect for the fall because of the color selection on here and everything. It's just a perfect eyeshadow palette and I'm so happy that it's part of my collection, although it did take me forever to finally get my hands on it. Is the Modern Renaissance from Anastasia Beverly Hills, which the palette looks like these. I'm sure you guys have seen this palette everywhere before, but this is the eyeshadow selection. I mean, doesn't this just scream out fall? So same thing kind of concept. You get your kind of orangey browns and then like your cute little like plummy, or not even plummy, they're more like raspberry shades, which is honestly what I used today to create my eye look. Absolutely love it. I dipped into this one, which is more of like a taupey or mauve-y color. This is a taupe color, which I also used as well, and then I just ended it with Love Letter, and then I also used this one over here for my base of my lids. But this eyeshadow palette is perfect for fall. You can create so many pretty fall looks to match so many bold lips just like this one. But absolutely love it. And for you guys who still haven't gotten your hands on it, what are you waiting for? It is not limited edition. You don't have to fight to go get over it, but it's a perfect palette. If I ever finish it, which I doubt because I have so many eyeshadow palettes, I definitely plan on getting another one. Another eyeshadow palette which I think would be perfect for fall just because of the color selection in it is the Tartiste Pro palette from Tarte, which just looks like this. Let me open it and show you why. I'm going to hold it this way. Okay, so you see like it's got a lot of pretty like brown, orangey browns, plummy colors, purple colors, and then you have your shimmers on this side, which I love. Definitely love that you have this. You can definitely use that for like, I feel like winter time especially, but I think you have really pretty shades in this palette to use for fall as well. And then the last one, which is probably the most affordable eyeshadow palette from all of them. I noticed I pulled out a lot of high-end. I don't have too many drugstore palettes, so I probably should buy more. But I'm always just attracted to these. I don't know why. I don't know why. But this eyeshadow palette is the most affordable out of all the ones that I've mentioned so far. And this is the Morphe 35O palette. If you have this palette, you don't need any of the other ones except for maybe the Anastasia one, because this one doesn't have the berry ones, but these are very warm eyeshadow tones. I mean, just look at it. It screams fall. This is definitely one of the most sought out palettes from Morphe. And I mean, I think the palette speaks for itself. You get obviously 35 shades, which is the reason why it's called the 35O palette. And then it's just pretty. You got kind of like orangey shades, you got your brown shade, transition, golds. I mean, it's just a perfect fall palette. You can create a lot of fall, beautiful fall looks with this. You can create a lot of beautiful fall looks using this eyeshadow palette. It's not that much money. And then if you go to my website, I do have a lot of the YouTubers who do have affiliated. They are affiliated, so that means if you use any of their codes, they're gonna get a commission off of your purchase. But that doesn't bother me, because as long as I'm saving money, I really don't care. So you can definitely go on there, and you can only use one code. I've tried to see if you could use multiple. You can only use one code, and you can get yourself this palette for fall at a reduced price. Okay, I had to put my hair up because it was just too wild. My hair gets really frizzy. So next thing we're going to talk about is blush, and I feel like a lot of people don't think about, you know, the color or type of blushes, I guess, that you use, but I feel like these shades are probably like the best ones. And then I love these two palette of blushes that I have in front of me, but then I also love this one for fall. So this one's just a blush from L'Oreal Paris, and this is a true match blush, and this is in the shade Rose Tender, which looks like these. It's really, really, really pretty. I really, really like it. Like for me, it's like a really subtle blush, because this is actually what I have on. It's a really, really subtle blush. It doesn't show up too much on my skin tone, but it just gives me like this really natural flush look. But it's also kind of light pink undertoned, if that makes any sense. So I really, really like it for the fall. Then these two palettes, which you guys have heard me talk about, which clearly the labels come off. It's actually from Makeup Revolution. I absolutely love these two palettes because I feel like they're good for like basically all year round, especially for travel as well. So this first one is in Hot Spice, and these are more warmer or skin tony blush options, but they're really, really pretty on the skin. I absolutely love them. I feel like they're perfect for all year round, but I also like them for the winter time as well, especially like these more like neutral shade ones. This one, on the other hand, it's more of a pinky tone one, which looks like this, and I feel like this one's better for winter time, especially this one. This shade I absolutely love for the winter time. It's like this kind of like plummy pink shade, like, oh, it looks really, really pink here, but mixed in, I guess, with my bronzer, it just looks like really, really plummy and pretty, and I absolutely love it, because I feel like this one's more suitable for winter time, or at least that's when I typically bring this palette out and use it. And then honestly, the other one, I use it more for the summer and springtime, but personal preference. Now we're gonna move on to bronzers. I like a really bronzed face. I'm not gonna lie, I love a really bronzed face, but typically I lean more for bronzers that are more on the glowy side, where I feel like in the wintertime it's, you know, obviously winter, there's normally not that much sun out, so a mattified mattified bronzer is better. So that's why I'm picking these two. This is my Formula's Physician Butter Bronzer, which you guys know that I absolutely love, and I do plan on buying another one. I feel like this one's almost expiring. I don't know. It just feels like so rough. I'm digging my hand into it, taking off all the top product of it. There we go. So that is, see how like pretty it is? It's such a subtle bronzer, but I absolutely love it, and it's so easy to build. This one's in the shade Bronzers. It's like the darker one. I know there's a bronze light in this shade for the more fair toned ladies out there. So yeah, I love this bronzer. This bronzer's so pretty. Mine is all beat up and used up. And it smells amazing. That's another thing to keep in mind. If you don't really like scented bronzers, you might not like either one of these. Then this one's a Too Faced Chocolate Soleil, and this is in the medium deep bronzer, and this is a matte bronzer as well. You can tell I absolutely love this bronzer as well. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm getting close to hitting pan. You can see like the little rims of the pan inside. But I absolutely love this bronzer as well, even though it is a mattifying one. Oh, it smells so good too. But I just feel like this is what I have on today. I just feel like mattifying bronzers look a lot more prettier during the fall and winter time. So these two are definitely going to go into my everyday drawer. Okay, now we're going to move on to highlights. For highlights, I feel like you can honestly wear anything. Let me just get my little stacks here. I have both high-end and affordable highlights. Typically for the fall and winter time, I feel like a nice gold or rose gold highlight or even a champagne highlight are perfect for the fall and winter. So first one is the Laura Geller Baked Gelato Swirl Illuminator, and this one's in the shade Honey. This is such a pretty. I love this highlight. Obviously, as you can tell, this highlight does get a lot of use in it, and as much as I do use it, I still don't think I'm getting close to hitting pan. But I mean, you see that? Ooh, yes. This was one of the first highlights that I did purchase as a high-end highlight, and I absolutely love it. It is amazing. So that one I definitely tend to lean to wearing in the wintertime more than the summertime. Then I feel like this one's fairly new. I haven't used it in the fall, I haven't used it in the wintertime or anything like that. This one's new. I just got it this summer when it released. This is the Too Faced Love Light in Ray of Light, which is the rose gold one, which looks like this. Some people really don't like it, but I absolutely love it. I think it's beautiful on the skin. This one is the only one that caught my attention, not the other two, just this one. And I absolutely love it. This one's more of a subtle highlight, and it's more of a pinky, like seriously, rose gold highlight. I feel though like once you get, I have no room to swatch this. Once you get past that first layer, kind of like the e.l.f. Cosmetics highlights, that you get, look at that, look at it. You get more of a beaming highlight, but a lot of people are thrown off on how subtle it is, but I love it. It's so pretty. I love this highlight. Then another highlight, which is fairly new to my collection as well, which I think would be perfect. I think actually all these highlights are perfect all year round, but I think they're more beautiful in use during the fall and winter time. This is the Becca in collaboration with Jaclyn Hill Champagne Pop highlight. This is such a pretty highlight. I swear, I don't know why I waited so long to get this. I know I had tried several times to get this highlight, but it was always sold out, so I was never able to. And like I said, this one's fairly new to my collection. So that is it, Champagne Pop. Look how pretty it is. I love it. I'm so glad to have it in my collection. So those are the high-end ones, and I'm going to try to switch over to this hand, see if I can do the swatches. Okay, this next one is drugstore, I guess we can say, highlights. This is the e.l.f. In Moonlight Pearls highlight, which looks like this. First thing I have to tell you with these highlights though, because they're so compactly pressed, I feel like you have to scrape off the first layer, which is what I did, or use a more dense brush to get the highlight to work, but this highlight is beautiful. Let me get you guys a swatch. I absolutely love this highlight. I do typically tend to reach for this one quite a bit. I love this highlight. You see that? Isn't that gorgeous? Absolutely love it. I don't remember how much this costs, but I'll leave it down below or on the screen somewhere if I do the prices of each product. But this highlight is gorgeous, and I feel like this would look beautiful in the wintertime as well. And then another highlight, which is fairly new to my collection as well. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder, and this is in the shade Precious Petals, which just looks like this. Oh, it's so pretty. Absolutely love this highlight. It's beautiful as well. It doesn't look like I've used it too much, but I keep trying to rotate my highlights to make sure that I'm getting good use of all of them. But I mean, that's Precious Petals right there. Isn't that gorgeous? I love it. It's amazing. It's so affordable. This I know is $4.99 because I just purchased it not too long ago and I've been using this. I keep switching it out. Yeah, I try to use, because I have so many highlights, I try to use a different highlight on a daily basis, but sometimes, you know, you get stuck to your favorites and you keep using them. This other one is from NYX, and I feel like this is appropriate to wear definitely in the fall or winter time because it's a dual chrome highlight, and I actually do have this on today, and I think it's so pretty. Absolutely love it. This is a NYX duochromatic illuminating powder, and this is in the shade Twilight Tint. Twilight Tint. I don't know where I got the twinkle. And then this is what it looks like. It looks white in the pan, but when you have it on, it's a dual chrome between this kind of pretty white highlight to a purple highlight. It's so pretty. I mean, look, it is so pretty. Absolutely love this highlight. It's kind of like a purpley blue tinted highlight. It's so pretty. Absolutely love it. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, like I die for it. It's so pretty. I absolutely love it. I definitely see myself using this more in October because it'll be like more Halloween time, and that's when I typically tend to wear more purples, and I feel like this looks beautiful with a purple shade. So those are the highlights that I do recommend on using for the fall time of this year. Now we're going to move on to lippies. I feel like this video is long, so I'm going to try to speed it up. We're going to move on to lippies, and because I have less of actual lipsticks pulled out, I'm going to start with these. So some of these are high-end, 2 are high-end, and 2 are drugstore. So we're going to start with the high-end. I'm running out of RAM. I'm probably going to just do this. These 2 I've talked about before, but I still think that they're the best ones that I have out of the Smashbox lipsticks, which I have a few of them, and these 2 are just my favorite. So the first one I'm going to talk about is Fig, which is a beautiful kind of purpley, reddish, I don't know, like grapey color. It's so pretty. I see that. It's like almost like a brown too, like, I don't know, I really like it. You do have to wear, because it's kind of sheer, you either have to build it up or you have to wear a lip liner underneath it. This other one is just like a nude shade, and this is in the shade Honey. It's so pretty. As you can tell, I use this one a lot. I use this one almost on a daily basis, to be honest. And that's Honey. I absolutely love this. The shade is amazing. It's one of my favorite lipsticks. Now on the affordable side, I have another brown shade too, and this is from e.l.f. Cosmetics. This is definitely one of my favorite lipsticks from e.l.f. This is in the shade Blushing Brown, which just looks like that. Let me go ahead and swatch it for you guys. Such a pretty brown shade. I mean, just look at that shade. So pretty. Absolutely love it. I don't get enough use of it anymore now that I have, like, God knows how many lipsticks. And then this one's from CoverGirl, and this is in the shade Romance 265. Absolutely love the shade. I think it's so pretty. You can tell I do get a lot of use of this one as well. Just swatch that for you guys. Don't mind my swatches. I know I need to work on it. But look how pretty that shade is. I think it's so beautiful. This was the lipstick that I was wearing in my last video that I talked about. What was it that I was talking about? What was it? Oh, disappointing products. I was wearing this one. It's so pretty. So, okay, so those are the regular lipsticks. Now I have a bunch of lippies, and I'm just noticing that I have a lot of ColourPop lipsticks there. So let's go ahead and bring these in. First, I'm going to start off with high-end lipsticks because it looks like I have more of those. This shade is one of my favorite shades to use in the fall time, which is from Dose of Colors. And this is in Bury Me Too. It is so pretty. I absolutely love the shade. It is amazing. So it's just like what it says. It's like a berry color. Really pigmented, and it is a matte liquid lipstick, so keep that in mind. But it's so pretty. I absolutely love it. Very vibrant. This other one I fell in love with, and I'm so happy that I got it because I kept seeing it and seeing it and seeing it over and over again, and I was like, what is that lipstick? And it always turned out to be this one, which is a Kylie lip kit in pumpkin, which just looks like this. This shade is gorgeous. I absolutely love it. I love it. I love this lipstick. I should have worn this one today. I should have done a look where I could have worn this one. But this lipstick is everything. I absolutely love this shade. Do you see that shade? Isn't that just gorgeous? I absolutely love it. It's like the perfect shade of brown. I love brown lipsticks. I don't know why. I just do. Okay, and then the next ones are both from Kat Von D. This one is in Lolita too, and then the other one is in Vampira, which just looks like this. I got a lot of compliments every time I wear this one. But these two are, I think, are perfect for a fall time as well. So the Lolita is kind of like a really pretty terracotta color. Oh, it's so beautiful. And then Vampira is like a burgundy, a very dark burgundy shade. And there's Vampira. Absolutely love it. Alright, we're near the end, you guys, I promise. So the rest of these liquid lipsticks are more affordable, and they're basically all for ColourPop except for one. So I'm going to go over the first one. This is NYX Liquid Suede cream lipstick, and I am sure that this is, yeah, there we go, Kitten Heels. So it's a red, and it's a really, really pretty red. I think this is a blue undertone red, or a true, not a true red, but I feel like a red for the fall and winter time is a necessity. Maybe more of an orangey red, I don't know. What do you think? Orangey red, I think. Yeah, it's really, really pretty. This next one, like I said, the rest of these are from ColourPop. This one's Notion. It's actually the one that I currently have on right now. I love Notion. Notion's liquid lipstick that I actually got for free. I got it when ColourPop was first initially launching them last year. So that is Notion right there on the top. Isn't that pretty? Absolutely love the shade. It looks beautiful, clearly on. And then this next one, it's a brown shade, and this is in Kai, I believe, and this is a yellow tone brown. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, that this one is a satin finish. So that's it right there. Isn't that so pretty? I love it. Okay, this next one, oh my god, this next one people raved about. This was also released when Notion was released. This is in the shade Love Bug, and I got this too as well, I believe for free too. So pretty. So, so, so pretty. I mean, look at that. Isn't that the most prettiest, like, orangey red terracotta shade you've ever seen? I absolutely love this shade. This, again, in Love Bug, and this is in ColourPop's collection. I'd have to check and make sure that all of these are still available, because ColourPop is consistently releasing new lipsticks and then discontinuing other ones. So I have to make sure that these are all still available. The last shade, this is in Tansy. I think this one's actually the satin, so I think this one's actually matte. Did it dry already? Yeah. So that one is a matte one, and then this one I believe is a satin finish. This is in Tansy again. This is another yellow undertone brown. There we go. Isn't it really, really pretty? Absolutely love it. I love these type of shades for like the winter time, for fall time, for fall time. I know, I'm being weird. Okay, so yeah, all these liquid lipsticks, they're so pretty. I love them. These lipsticks, the highlights, the bronzers. Life of a beauty blogger. Anyways, you guys, that's basically it. These are all the products that I will attempt to be wearing for this fall of 2017. I can't believe how fast the year is going by. You guys are probably going to hear this like everywhere. I was watching one of Amanda Ensign's videos. I think it's a new video that she recently just uploaded, and she said that she's seen a meme that said that the year 2018 is only 4 months away. And I'm just like, I swear every year it goes faster and faster and faster. So anyways, you guys, that's basically the end of this video. I hope you guys truly enjoyed doing these little, let's talk makeup things. This one's for fall. And if you do, please give this video a thumbs up. Leave me some comments down below on what you would like to see next. And if you haven't already, do not forget to subscribe. And until next time, my loves,